key to growing is to keep growing. Planting is so cool because you can always plant more, and it shows you a lot about yourself. Sometimes I like to think when I'm planting that I'm planting seeds of good intent. Hey everyone, my name is Angelique and you are now tuned into Smarter by Nature TV. Today we're going to be doing one of my favorite things to do, which is planting seeds. This video was partially inspired by a gift that we received from Tilth, which is a soil making company. This is their seed starting mix, which has compost, peat moss, coconut coir, sharp sand, perlite, kelp meal, bone meal, blood meal, gypsum, and basalt. So this is 5 pounds, so we're going to use this, test it out. This is our first time using it. So we're going to be planting 2 trays from the Tilth starting mix, and then 2 trays from a mix that we have been using this season, which is a mixture of Pro Mix and earthworm castings. We're going to plant 2 trays of tomatoes and 2 trays of pak choy, and so we want to just test it out and see how it goes. The first step is to put our soil mix in the trays. There you go. So voila, let's take a look in the bag. Looks pretty cool. So now that it looks like all of the seed cells are filled, I like to take it and just that actually looks pretty great. This is our first seed tray that we're going to test out. Now to fill the second one. Some of the compost I have to break down, but it's expected. It's compost. So now you want to water. I like this little hand pump thing I got from Home Depot, and it allows me to really get a good water. If I had this already in a bin, then I would have added some water to it before I put it in the tray. But since I didn't, I'm just gonna gloss over the water. So that looks good. So the 2 seeds we're gonna be planting are Sun Gold cherry tomatoes and Shanghai pak choy. I wanted to do these 2 because I wanted to do a fruiting crop and then also a leafy green crop, just to see how it works. So first I'm gonna plant the Shanghai pak choy into the 72 cell. What I like to do is plant about 2 seeds in each one. Sometimes 3 gets in there, but I like to plant at least 2. I have a really good feeling about this. Just because the texture of the soil, it just sounds like it has a whole bunch of good stuff in there. So I'm excited to see how this turns out. Shout out to Tilth for letting us try their soil mix. I love planting, and it's the spring, so it's the perfect season. So now I'm going to do the same thing, and this is the Pro Mix with earthworm castings. This is our first season using Pro Mix, and we heard a lot of good things about it, so we're trying it out, and we're going to see how it compares to the Tilth mix. Planting is so cool because you can always plant more. You can always count on the next season, and it shows you a lot about yourself. If you haven't planted yet, I suggest you get to it. It's fun. You can do it at any time of the day, and it's relaxing. Sometimes I like to think when I'm planting that I'm planting seeds of good intent, and when my seeds of good intent start to grow, I think something's happening. So that was it for the Shanghai. What you want to do is make sure you label and date your trays so you know what's going on, because if you don't, it'll be a surprise. So I like to lightly cover them. When I put the seeds in the soil, I made a slight indent. I'm just lightly covering it just so that it could get that seed to soil contact and so that it could be nice and tucked in. I know I dropped some extra seeds in here, but that is okay. Any extra seeds, if they grow, we'll just separate them out and give them their own space. Sometimes I like to plant 2 or more, just in case one doesn't germinate and one does. They say take the stronger one out of the 2, but sometimes I like to keep them both. Now that that's done, I like to take my sprayer and go ahead and spray them one last good time. This will be the last time until they germinate. Now we'll move on to the tomatoes. I'm actually doing speckled Roman tomatoes just because I have more seeds of these. And since I'm doing 2 trays, I want to make sure that I have enough. So these are the seeds we're going to plant today. Generally, you could add 1 or 2 seeds in a cell, but I'm doing 1 just because I planted these before a few weeks ago and they all germinated pretty well. So I just want to give them their own space because I don't want to have to go back and take them apart. This is done. Now for the till. The key to growing is to keep growing. If you mess up, if your plants die, if you forgot one, if you neglected it because you were too busy, you can always plant more. That is the beauty of growing. You can keep on growing in the right conditions though. So make sure you're growing in the right conditions and make sure after you plant them, take care of them. Look after them. Because if you take care of them, they will take care of you in the long run. They can give you more seeds. They can even grow for you year after year. So make sure when you're planting to set a few minutes aside in your day to check on your plants, check on your greenhouse, wherever you grow. It could be in your windowsill. Just check on them, make sure they're doing well, make sure that their needs are met and they will meet your needs. So I'm going to do a final little water through. These are going to go out into my greenhouse and we're just going to check on them to see when these little babies pop up. Thank you again, Tilth, for reaching out to us and letting us try your soil mix. We can't wait to see the results. We think it's going to be really great. I'm going to check back with you all and show you all our progress because I'm excited. I know you're excited, and I just want to show the progress of growing from seed to fruit or seed to leaf. And for those of you who are out there, now is the time to start planting your spring and your summer crops. We just encourage everybody to grow, whether it's just lettuce or flowers or herbs, basil, oregano, really anything you can get your hands on. Just try to grow it and just see the wonders of nature Again, my name is Angelique, and thank you for being smarter by nature.